Well, football is, of course, ultimately just a game, but for the next 2 hours, it might not feel like that. The stadium is full of noise and energy. This certainly matters. It is a sea of red and white. Ajax, of course, the principal club here in Amsterdam, the club that unites this city, the club with such proud heritage and history and so many honours, continental and domestic. It is a supercharged atmosphere. And the shot! Great vision. Well timed. Excellent interception. Bale.
Final gay.
Well, they would have been looking at him to produce the goods, and that was very kind of him to oblige so early.
And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Ajax are such an adept counter-attacking team. They produced something out of nothing there. A few seconds was all it took for them to convert a defensive situation into a goal, and it's very impressive.
So the game's first significant moment, and it's come earlier than perhaps we anticipated. Crossing. Oh, that was vital. Turan. Hullet. And it's Hullet. Rodri. Vieira. Ajax looking to pass their way through.
Well, he was given the time and room initially to hold on to the ball, but eventually he was squeezed that bit harder and the task became too much. I think he's got to be a little quicker in his distribution then and get others into the match.
Now it's Van Basten. And it's Seedorf. He's on it, can he get away? Van Basten. He won't be happy with that one. And here's Bale. And he's in on goal. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through.
Gamba Osaka are really in a position where patience and prudence will serve them best. Time's on their side.
That has not gone well. Maldini. Ajax look happy to sit back for the moment here.
Yeah, everything they're doing screams counter-attack, but it's a long counter-attack. When they win it back, they're not wasting any time. They're just trying to get the runners away as quickly as possible.
Seedorf, who does have an assist to his name. Now it's Mbappe. Has a look and place it forward. Here's onto this.
Oh, that was one big no-no when you've got a queue formed in the box.
Ronaldinho might just make this. This looks promising. Seedorf. And that's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped. They've got a healthy number of very tall targets to pick out from this corner.
And now a sudden chance to counter. Ball driven towards the far post. Now it's Mbappe. And again they run up against stubborn defending. And here's Mbappe. Now it's Bale. Bale going face to face with his great rival. Oh, what has happened here? Bale! Oh, taken with style. And this is getting better and better. They forced the error and extracted the maximum punishment.
Welcome to the reality of modern football, Peter. You get pressed from the front and you have no time on the ball whatsoever. You can't afford to switch off for a moment.
Ajax are now luxuriating in a 2-goal lead.
You can really sense how important this goal was for them. They needed it, now they have it.
Ronaldinho. Now he's having a shot!
I'll tell you, Peter, the keeper owes him big time there. He's lucky his mate was wide awake to that.
Back foot it goes. Rodri did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise. Now it's Bale. Tries to play it through. That is a great pick out. He might be in here. Great chance. Relentless. Just relentless. Again in a trice. And they are soaring. Well, how's that for a class finish?
Ah, that's just clever. He made the keeper think he was going one way, only to outfox him by going the other. Very nice.
And that's it. And all that remains for me is to thank Jim Beglin. That's it from us tonight. A very good evening to one and all.
And now, to all members of the crowd, I'd like to ask you to join me in wishing our birthday boy a very special birthday.
Well, football is, of course, ultimately just a game, but for the next 2 hours, it might not feel like that. The stadium is full of noise and energy. This certainly matters. But it is far from being the biggest in Brazil, this stadium. The capacity, barely 16,000 or so. But there is really nothing quite like the noise and the highly charged air that these demanding Santos folk can generate. Well, if you did just miss it, we are up and running already. Well-timed, excellent interception. Now it's Cruyff. There's the shot! And he was there to get a vital touch.
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it.
Gamba Osaka with the corner, there first. That has been knocked clear. Oh, that was vital. Santos have the chance to go the other way. Mbappe, Neymar, now here's the delay. Rises! It's got in! He's put through his own net!
Well, that's really unfortunate. He'll be kicking himself at the moment, and believe me, I know how that feels. It's a huge moment for the game and a shocking moment for him personally, but it happened at the best possible time. This is recoverable.
Well, who saw that coming? It has certainly made things interesting.
Look, often chances are hard to come by in these games, so just one mistake could be all it takes to make the difference.
Well, quality clearly deserted him at the crucial moment.
Well, the pass wasn't good enough, and he knows it.
Well, he's going to be disappointed with that. Pedri. Now it's Mbappe. And that interception was most necessary.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Now it's Messi. Iniesta. Pedri, a player who needs no introduction. Aimed beyond the defence.
Well, I wouldn't quite advise they should resort to risk-taking at this stage. There's plenty of time left yet.
Ronaldinho. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. Oh, well cut out, no margin for error there at all. Seedorf. Nice interception, his positioning was spot on. Pedri. Maldini, defending his corner stubbornly, stood up very well to his man. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. Iniesta. Can he get on the end of this? Bergomi did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on. Lovely, now then. No way through, so back it comes. Pedri gets good distance on it. Not the most accurate pass. There's a searching pass. Now there's a fine ball. Oh, whistle's gone. Now then. The referee's decided that he was fouled outside the box, and it is just a free kick. Great chance from position A1.
Well, I think they could do with making this count, especially from here.
Mbappe! They want to be quick to recover this. And that has earned a few nods of approval from the bench.
取れないやつ下手くそ入れろよ
Spread it left. Pedri crossing. Oh, what a climb! Couldn't quite control it.
Look, the defending wasn't too clever on that last chance. The cross had to be denied.
Great vision. And this is Ronaldo. Messi. That's a lovely, neat pass. Cristiano Ronaldo. Oh, that's a fine interception. A slightly better ball would have led to a very different outcome there.
They should have done a lot better there. The final ball was very poor.
Takes a shot.
This is the time you need that pace. Gamba Osaka certainly could do with a positive spell for the remainder of this half, just to set the tone for what's to come.
He's had it taken off him. And it's Iniesta. Steaming on. Iniesta! Oh, taken with style. A landmark moment for a player of grand significance. His 50th goal. That really is quite fabulous. John Surely! What a wonderful goal! Truly superb. A goal of such supreme quality, composure and class.
Just the sort of forward pass he's been looking for. Very telling.
でも
Iniesta. So we have a breakthrough. Now how will things develop from here? Ronaldinho tries to dink it through. Long ball upfield. Shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out. Looking for options for movement. And into the grateful arms of the keeper. Driving through the middle. And he's looking at the referee, but the referee is shaking his head. And that'll be the last act of the first half. So, engaging and still right on edge. Plenty of signs to suggest this will turn out to be a really good one.
Gamba Osaka would seem to still be getting over the OG. It was an honest mistake, and they've got to move on.
So we're just settling back into this second half.
Well, I think in these circumstances, it's all about how to adjust the balance of your team. I mean, you want to get back in it as soon as possible, but without leaving yourself...
And the shot! That's another chance! He has done it! It's level again! What a match we have!
Yeah, and it's very much deserved in the circumstances. In these games, it's so tempting to maybe get a little sorry for yourselves, but there's none of that.
And he's only too grateful to capitalise on the keeper's misfortune.
Yeah, his instinct told him that the keeper would struggle to cope with that, so top marks for him following up. I think it's really sharp play, it was well read, and he was a little quicker than everybody else.
This is quite a battle.
This is exactly the kind of contest you'd expect when you have so much class from both sides. The next goal is going to be so significant.
And once more, he proves rigid and robust. The ref's been lenient here. I doubt he'll get too many more chances.
Well, he was the one player you had to keep away from the area. Not the best way to do it, though.
This looks like a more than decent chance to strike. Denied by a great piece of goalkeeping.
Oh, the keeper, for me, just made that look an awful lot easier than it actually was.
Oh, delightful ball. Now this could be a chance. Decent chance! Goal! Santos! And they've got their lead back. It is a good finish. The odds were against him. Little matter.
Such a well-worked finish. It looked like he was going to be shut down, but he thrives in situations like that.
Well, this is what we've been waiting for.
It's so often the case with goal scorers, little influence, and all of a sudden, bang.
Nicely spread. Santos appear to be happy to let their front players stay up front all the time.
Well, it's signalling to the opposition that they're setting themselves up for the counter-attack. It's plain and simple.
Well, that's been cut out, well played. Nicely aimed pass. Pass somewhat off target. Plays a sharp little ball here. He's shifting through the gears here. Goes for goal! Oh, nice. Just not quite.
Well, that was certainly bold, Peter. He's never short on confidence.
Nice physical challenge. Iniesta. Messi. Looking for the run. Look at the space here. Can he finish? It's in. They're level in a trice.
Yeah, since going a goal down, they've dug in to produce a really fine spell, which for me deserved that equaliser.
An opportunist strike, but he'll take it. He will own it.
The keeper deserves some sympathy there. He may not have seen...
Shapes to shoot! And kept out by the most elastic of saves.
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that.
And that has been cleared. Neymar. That's really well manoeuvred. And now a sudden chance to counter. Now it's Messi. It's skewed away. Bergomi. Neymar. Oh, it's a promising build-up, this. Plenty of really nice passing. Threads one in. Now it's Messi. Messi.
Gamba Osaka clearly are pushing for the win here, Peter. It's making for a very frantic end to this game.
And no, that is pretty much the end of that. Nesta calmly anticipates. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Now it's Iniesta. Neither of these two want to come off second best. That is a jarring tackle, but apparently nothing wrong with it. The referee's awarded a free kick. And it's Conte. Cristiano Ronaldo.
Pedri really was well marshalled there because he was denied the opportunity to turn.
Back in possession and ready to go again. That has not gone well. Now Mbappe. And the shot! No mistake! And he is just ripping it up! The lightness of step, the sharpness of movement, the certainty of finish. And that's it. Well, that's it for tonight's match, so it just remains for me to thank Jim Beglin alongside me and to wish you... So bring it on. Hype, expectation, emotion. The game yet to kick off. The excitement already palpable. Well, the stage is set for a stirring showdown here. The supporters in great voice, and there's a real sense of anticipation in the air. Game on. The action has already started.
Well, it's safe to say, Peter, we're in the presence of defensive royalty here.
And so what is it that makes Paolo Maldini so regal?
Well, I think the fact that he almost never had to make a tackle says it all. He just doesn't need to. With him, it's all about anticipation, positioning, and reading the game superbly. There's very few who are able to do that at the highest level like him. Ronaldinho really has the confidence and skill to be able to hold the ball up like that until support arrives a little sooner, and just maybe there he overdid it slightly and should have released it because the support was arriving quickly.
That's been cut out, well played. Messi, Ronaldinho. And it's Hullet, looking for options for movement. Played with speed from back to front. It is early, but the game hasn't yet sparked into life. Vieira does really well to win the ball there. Works it forward. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Tries to play it through. Well played, that has snuffed out the danger. Great vision. Real chance! Goal! Barcelona! Barcelona are in front. A momentary lapse, mercilessly exploited. They were absolutely lethal.
Welcome to the reality of modern football, Peter. You get press from the front and you have no time on the ball whatsoever. You can't afford to switch off for a moment.
So we have our breakthrough.
Well, I guess this ought to make things interesting, Peter. No doubt the opposition will now be forced to play a more open and riskier game.
Shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out. And that's been won straight back. Nedved. Nice interception, well timed. Well seen, saw that coming.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Makaleli. And that's been intercepted.
Gamba Osaka are really in a position where patience and prudence will serve them best. Time's on their side.
Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. Cruyff. Nesta. Messi. Mbappe. Nedved.
If they want to counter, they could do with more speed.
He's found the way through. Nedved. Pings it, he gets big. He's got a goal. A quite incredible spell. They are flying. It was wonderfully efficient.
Yeah, it all came from some really smart movement.